Сегодня у нас тема морского пейзажа.
The subject of today's lesson is a seascape. I will paint a castle, Tossa de Mar, which is in Spain, and I will show you how to paint the sky, the beach with the boats, and the architecture. Here is the piece I will have painted by the end of this lesson. I begin this artwork with the sky. I have already wet the paper on both sides and it is moist now. Despite the fact that its color is blue, I start with raw sienna and a bit of cadmium red to achieve the warm color the sky has closer to the horizon. At the top, I'm applying a blue mix consisting of ultramarine and phthalo blue pigments. This mix is applied with a flat wide brush. With the first wash in place, I increase the blue color saturation and tone by adding more blue pigment at the top. When the paper is no longer wet but moist, I can continue painting using the dry brush on moist watercolor painting technique. For the color of the castle, I'm using burnt umber, and to make this color darker in some places, I'm adding phthalo blue pigment into the mix. Also, to make this color even darker, I can add sepia into the mix. One of the main advantages of the dry brush on moist painting technique is its speed. It is the alla prima method, and therefore an artwork must be done in one painting session. Small details are added with a very dry brush. When adding cast shadows, I pay attention to the direction of the light as well as keeping an eye on how dark these areas are. When it comes to the green colors of trees and other vegetation, it's better to mix green hues using yellow and blue pigments instead of using ready-made green paints. There's a bit more water on this brush, which allows the paint to spread on the paper easily. The wide brush allows me to cover large areas quickly. For the ground, I'm using a mix of 4 pigments: ultramarine, burnt umber, sepia, and phthalo blue. This artwork also includes the sea, which I'm painting last to fill in the remaining white area of the paper. This artwork is almost complete, and I'm now adding some finishing touches to finish this painting as intended. When it fully dries, it may have some back runs, and that's one of the beauties of painting in watercolor. Here is the finished watercolor painting.